Let me ask you something. When life punches you in the face, what's the first thought? Is it, why is this happening to me? Or do you pause and ask, what is this trying to teach me? Because here's the truth most people never figure out. The storm isn't the problem. It's the story you tell yourself about the storm that keeps you stuck. Welcome back to Hard Truths, the podcast that doesn't just talk about motivation. We talk about transformation, the real kind, the kind that's forged in fire, in resistance, in the messy, chaotic middle. And today, we're going to reframe pain so it doesn't own you anymore. Let's get this straight. Storms will come. Life is not a straight line. It's not supposed to be. There will be breakups, job loss, death, depression, rejection, moments where the plan just falls apart and your sense of control completely disappears with it. But pain is only part of the equation. See, suffering is a choice because pain says, this hurts. Suffering says, this means I'm broken. You can't always stop what happens, but you can stop what it turns you into. So let's be real. Some of your lowest moments, they've shaped your strongest qualities. Maybe you've learned grit. Maybe you've discovered boundaries. Maybe you've built empathy because of the pain you've walked through. See, we often try to avoid storms, but storms are what shape landscapes. That includes the inner landscape of who you are. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, once said, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. His entire theory of logotherapy was based on one core idea. Humans can survive almost anything if they believe it has meaning. Frankl endured one of the darkest storms imaginable. He lost family, freedom, and any certainty of a future. But he refused to let the storm define him. Instead, he made it the birthright of purpose. He believed that between stimulus and response, there's a space, and in that space lies our power to choose meaning. He chose to find meaning in service, in observing suffering, in helping others reframe their pain so it wouldn't destroy them. Frankl's story is the ultimate proof that meaning isn't found in comfort. It's found in choice, in courage, and in perspective. And that perspective, it's what we lose when we let pain dictate our identity. If Frankl could find meaning in the most inhumane, devastating conditions imaginable, what's stopping us from doing the same in our daily storms? Not to compare pain, but to remind ourselves that meaning is always an option. And when you choose meaning, you take your power back. When storms hit, emotionally, mentally, or physically, your brain kicks into survival mode. Your amygdala, the fear center, goes into overdrive. Your hypothalamus triggers your fight or flight response. Stress hormones like cortisol flood your system. This is biology doing its job, protecting you, alerting you. But the longer you stay in that reactive state, the harder it is to access the part of your brain responsible for logic, reflection, and higher thinking, the prefrontal cortex. That's why you feel foggy during a storm, why you struggle to focus, why your thoughts spiral into the worst case scenarios. Your brain literally can't hold gratitude, meaning, and the fear at the same time. But here's the powerful part. you can train your brain to shift, to re-engage the prefrontal cortex, to regulate the amygdala, to rewire how you relate to pain. Through intentional breath work, through reframing, through gratitude journaling, through small, consistent perspective shifts that rebuild your resilience network. There was a season in my life where nothing made sense. Business wasn't working. A relationship I had poured into started crumbling. I felt tired, uncertain, and angry at the world. I remember sitting in my car one night, just staring into the dark, thinking, this can't be it. This can't be what it's all for. And I'll be honest, at first, I resisted the pain, tried to numb it, tried to power through it, tried to work around it. But one night, I stopped. I breathed, and I asked myself, what if this is exactly what I needed? See, that question changed everything. Not the storm, but me. What I learned? The parts of me that needed to die were getting exposed. My ego, my need for control, my fear of failure. The storm didn't break me. It revealed where I needed to build. Here's a truth that might sting a little. If you don't reframe the pain, you'll relive it. Not because the storm is still there, but because your mind is still trapped in it. Neuroscience shows us that the brain doesn't know the difference between a memory vividly imagined and an experience lived. So if you keep replaying the story of what went wrong, if you keep assigning it the same meaning, you're keeping yourself inside a cage that no longer exists. That's why reframing is the ultimate freedom tool. Not denying the pain, but redefining its place in your story. So start here. 3 things. What happened? What did I learn? And who did I become because of it? Gratitude isn't about pretending everything's okay. It's about anchoring yourself in what's still true when everything still feels like it's falling apart. There's science behind it as well. Practicing gratitude literally rewires your brain for resilience. It activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that creates logic, long-term thinking, and grounded perspective. When you practice gratitude in the storm, not victimhood, you build psychological armor. See, this isn't toxic positivity. This is tactical perspective. So try this. Write down 3 things you're grateful for during your next challenge. And don't choose easy things. Choose things that stretch you. And over time, your brain stops asking, why me? And it starts whispering, thank you. See, I use something I came up with called the meaning mapping. It's simple, but it changes everything. When I hit a wall or a storm hits me, I ask 3 things. Number 1, what's happening? Second, what am I making it mean? And third, is that helping me grow or keeping me stuck? Then I rewrite it. So instead of I failed, I tell myself I'm being forged. Instead of saying it's over, I say to myself, I'm being redirected. And instead of saying, this always happens to me, I say to myself, this is my opportunity to become someone who handles this better. See, words shape meaning. Meaning shapes emotion. And emotion shapes identity. And identity, that shapes everything. So here's your challenge this week. Pick one storm, past or present, big or small, and write out 3 things. What happened? What you made it mean? and what you want it to mean going forward. Then take it one layer deeper and ask yourself these three things. How did it shape you? What skills, mindset, or clarity did it give you? And who did you become because of it? Write this down, reflect on it, be intentional. Revisit that story, not to relive it, but to reclaim it. Because the moment you change the meaning, you change the outcome. The storm isn't the problem. It's the test, the tool, and the teacher. And if you're willing to learn from it, you'll come out stronger than most people ever will. Tag me at Danny Levin, DANNYLYVIN, and let me know the storm you're reframing this week. This is Hard Truths. Until next time, don't just weather the storm, walk through it different. Take care.